What's going on? What's going on, everybody? This is Dre, the Bread Talker. Listen, I'm incredibly excited. I'm going to be covering some information today, sharing some information on how to set up a zone structure early in the week that'll allow you to be a bit more successful than probably you have been in your trading career. Again, we're going to be covering this particular strategy. It's called a Monday box zone structure setup. If you can do this on Sunday and set this up by Monday, then the results that you can bear from it would allow you to create so many buy stops or sell stops, or help you to trade within the zone and help you get a better idea what the market is actually doing. Again, what I like about this particular strategy, you can use it on any asset. I don't care if it's gold. I don't care if it's a Forex pair. I don't care if it's indices. I don't care if it's a stock. Does not matter. You can apply the same strategy on every asset to give you a little bit more success, to give you a leg up on an opportunity to see where the market is and where it is going without all the trend lines and breaker structures here and all that other stuff. Listen, those are great strategies too, but this has also been very helpful for whether you're a novice, whether you're intermediate, or whether you just plain out expert. Doesn't matter. You can still use this, apply this into your regular strategies. It does not matter. So again, my name is Dre, the Bread Talker. Real quick, this is the Bread Talk Investors channel. Be sure to select a like, share, and leave a comment down below. Listen, we love constructive criticism. This helps us become better at what we do at presenting information. So let's get right to it, get down to it. So the first thing you want to do is find out what asset it is that you want to use. Forex, whatever, cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter, whatever you want to use. Find out what asset it is that you want to use and just get there. So I'm going to be doing USD/JPY. And when I do USD/JPY, I'm going to go to my time frame and make sure I'm on the 1 hour. Again, I want to be doing this between Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, and I also want to be doing this between Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, okay? 1800 hours Eastern Standard Time. So once I establish my asset, understand my, get into my, hey, what's going on, y'all? My name is Dre, the Bread Talker. Listen, I'm incredibly excited. Can't wait. I'm sharing some information with y'all right now. Listen, if you can apply this strategy, your success as a trader will increase expeditiously. So what you want to do is, before we do begin, please go ahead and select the like, share, or subscribe down below. Leave a comment. It's really great for the algorithm. Listen, I'm incredibly excited. Again, my name is Dre, the Bread Talker. Welcome to the Bread Talk Investors YouTube channel. Listen, what you want to do is go ahead and bring up your whatever chart you use. TradingView, Trade Locker, MetaTrader 4, wherever it is that you use in order to execute trades. Just go ahead and bring that out. So I'm going to be using TradingView right now. And it's a couple of things that you want to do before you do get started. So one, identify the asset that you're going to be trading in. So this particular strategy works with everything. So if you're doing foreign exchange, if you're doing commodities, if you're doing crypto, if you're doing stocks, if you're doing indices, doesn't matter the market, you can apply this strategy to anything, and your success will increase expeditiously. So what you want to do, again, find out what your asset is. I'm going to be doing USD/JPY, and I'm going to be doing the 1 hour time frame. So make sure you go on the 1 hour time frame. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you're in the right time zone. So come down here in the lower right corner and make sure that you're in the right time zone. If I click on mine, I'm in the New York time zone. So Eastern Standard, that's the time zone on it. Just identify and make sure you're in the right time zone, because this will get a little crazy if you're not. So once you identify those things now, and you got your asset, and you got your in your 1 hour time frame, now you want to do this in between Monday and Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 1800 hours. So what I want to do now, I want to go over to my instruments, and I'm looking for my rectangle. So I'm going to grab that rectangle box, and then I'm going to go to Sunday, June 15th, 1800 hours. And I'm just going to click, and I'm going to drag that box all the way over to Monday, June 16th, 1,800 hours. Now, I'm not concerned about the width right now or the location. All of that, we'll work that out afterwards. Okay. That's not important. We'll identify that. So what you want to do is, what I want to do is, just right now, I'm just going to move the box up just a little bit, right? And what I want to identify is, and within this time, within this box structure, I'm going to identify what is the lowest wick and what is the highest wick in this time. So I'm going to grab my magnet. I'm going to do the weak magnet. And then I'm going to do my horizontal line with my horizontal line. So which one is the high? Not this candle, this candle. And remember, I'm looking at the box. So it's with from here to here. Boom, I found it. That's the high. So I'm going to make that line white. And this is going to be my, what is called my stop loss. I'm use this as my stop loss. This is great for doing buy stops and creating sell stops for yourself. Create these pending orders. It would be very helpful. So again, this is going to be my stop loss. And if I look over to the right, and my price action is 144.876. 144.876. 144.86. All right, great. Now I need to identify, now that I got the high, now where's the lowest wick? The lowest candle, what's the lowest wick? How far did the market go down in the time frame from Sunday to Monday? And there it is. Boom, my magnet is great. It just locks in perfectly. So identify that. It's white. Go to not coordinates. I'm gonna go to text and just go ahead and label it, right? Because I'm gonna tell you what, if you don't label your stuff, sometimes it can get a little confusing when you start adding different indicators and all these colors are on your price action. It kind of throws you off. So right here, 143.650. 143.650. So now I got it nice and labeled. You can put either stop loss or SL, whichever best works for you. So what I'm gonna do next, I don't need to move my box up. Now I just need to go to the settings of this rectangle and go to coordinates. Now the high, remember that was 144.876, right? Because that's where my stop loss is at, right? So guess what happens? Boom, stretched out, locked in. There she goes. Now I also need to do my bottom. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, let's go to settings, coordinates, and I got to do the bottom, which is 143.650. Is that correct? 143.650. That is correct. Voila. So now I have my stop losses identified, my high and my low of the Monday box. I know what my width is. This is my distance, just to verify that I didn't move my box too far forward, too far back. There it is. I'm looking downward, right? Monday, 16 June 25, 1,800 hours. Great. So I have my width and I have my length. I got that identified. Next, what I want to do is, now, what is the distance of this box, right? What's the distance of this zone? So two things I can do. I can either clone this box and duplicate it, or I can take my measuring ruler and hold on, let me move this. My measuring ruler, right? Because it's going to lock in on what? It's going to lock on the lowest candle. Left click and then drag down. All right, there goes my accuracy right there. Actually, no, don't draw down. Go down and go up. So I'm going up, and because I got my magnet on, guess what it locks on? It locks on to the top of wherever that Monday box is, right? So I know so that's 121.8. So let's go ahead and drag it down. 121.8. Or get close enough. 121. Sometimes you may need to stretch it out a little bit. Just adjust it. 121.9. I'll do point. Well, let me do it. No, yeah, I'll do 121.9. That'll work. All right, just a little bit off. Now that I know what the bottom is, this is the sell distance of this box. Let me take this magnet off. I no longer need it. Sell distance. Now I'm gonna mark it. Just perfect. Boom. Perfect. So now let me change my color a little bit. I'm gonna put it on orange. And you can make these colors anything you want. Just depends on what best suits your eyes. What is your flavor, right? So text, this is going to be the distance, the cell distance, right? It's going to be the cell distance, and that's 121.8. Great. Now let's go ahead and get that top. So let me get my magnet again, because I'm going to get my horizontal line. Oops, not my horizontal line. I'm going to get my ruler. I'm going to get my ruler. And I got my magnet because it's going to lock in on the bottom or the top of that box. And I just drag up to 121.8. 121.8. I'm telling you, if you can mark this up early, 121.7, not too bad. Just a pipette. Oh, not a pipette, but there we go. That'll be fine. There you go. And again, I'm gonna put distance because I'm thinking my idea is the distance of the box. So 121.8. I'm gonna stick with that. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, you just created your structure. Now, depending on the pair that you do, you can do 10 pips, create a buy stop, a sell stop for yourself for the break of the structure. Actually, hold on, let me do the middle right here. This middle section right here, I like to call that my money line. So let's go ahead and grab a horizontal line one more time. Let me turn this ruler off. I don't need that. I can do this. I don't need to do this, but just for, just for viewers, I like money green, right? This is my money line. This is going to be my 50% money line. 50% money, money line. My 50% money line, right? And the idea of this is this area right here, this is in the zone, and this is this stop loss. These stop losses represent the break of structure. So I'm seeing the candles, and I'm looking at when it breaks out the structure of that zone, what is the market doing after that, right? So there's money opportunities all around you. Identify depending on what pair you're doing. If you're doing foreign exchange pairs, do you want to do 10 pips buy stops? Do you want to do 20 pips? When you're doing gold indices, gold or silver or whatever the commodity pairs is, maybe you want to do 2 pips, right? Maybe you want to do 5. It's up to you. You decide. But the most important thing, identify what is the distance? Where are my zones? What's happening in the zone and what's happening outside of the zone. The idea by the end of the week, I want you to see, take a look. Does this market break, goes the distance of the money box? There's a lot of money opportunities. Myself, I don't really like trading in the zone. However, I can. But what this money line helps me identify is I know there's more buy momentum when I'm up above this 50%. And I know if it was below this area or this 50% money line, this zone, there's more of sell power, right? But there's more sellers. The sellers are doing, they're doing their thing. Now, my overall goal is what happens outside of that box. That's real money right there. That's real opportunities. And if you can do this earlier in the week, anywhere between Monday and Sunday, man, it's tremendous. And you know what the beautiful thing is with this? You can duplicate this every week. So if I wanted to go into the future, right? I want to go into the future. I want to go to the next Sunday. Whatever the next Sunday is, at 6, I can create the length. I may not be able to do the width until the market reaches that point, because there is no high and low. There's no candle structure, but there's always that width is always available. So creating this opportunity for yourself with every asset that you're using, whether it's gold, whether it's silver, whether it's copper, whether it's foreign exchange pair, whether it's indices pair, whether it's a stock pair, does not matter what it is. You can apply the same strategy. All you need to know after you achieve whatever those distances are, at what points am I going to set my take profits? At what point do I want to create these buy or sell stop entries? Or maybe you want to do a buy limit, right? Just depends on whatever your strategy is. But now that I know what it is, I can just go for, hey, look, once we break out of the structure, 5 or 10 pips ahead. I'm looking to go distance. So if there's people that just don't want to focus on being a scalper, maybe you want to be a swing trader or a position trader, you can do that by just going off the distance. So again, ladies and gentlemen, applying this structure, applying these principles on every asset does not matter. It didn't take a whole lot of marking up. It wasn't a whole lot of lines going diagonally forwards. And then you can implement those things, right? But this will give you a good start on the beginning of your week. And we all know as traders, you don't want to get caught with having to be in a market all day. Go ahead and get your money and get out, because I'm going to tell you what, at the end of the day, the house rules. If you stay in that market long enough, if you stay in Vegas long enough, you stay at the crap table long enough as a gambler, as opposed to being a skilled trader, then guess what? The house is going to win and take your money. So just trade, be safe, and none of this stuff is 100%, but I'm telling you what, it's closer to your success destination. You'll probably be at 80% or 90% more successful applying these simple strategies and having a peace of mind. And that's what it's all about. Don't gamble, trade. Again, my name is Dre the Bread Talker. Look forward to presenting more tutorials like this to you. Again, this is a great Monday box zone structure. Be sure to like, share, leave a comment down below. Let me know how successful this strategy has been for you. Talk to you later. Talk to me.